Hello, everybody. Brooke here. We're going to do our 30-minute advanced session today, and we're going to use a little bit of equipment. The only things you're going to need are a resistance loop and a brick. Now, if you don't have a brick like this, just grab a paperback book or something like that. And if you don't have a paperback book to hand, don't worry about it. You can do the rest of the movements without the equipment. But if you do have a brick or a book, go ahead and grab them. Just add a little bit more. Okay, we're going to start standing up. Coming to the end of the mat, feet hip width apart, toes and heels in a line. Just lengthen through the top of the head, draw in through the abdominals, lift the pelvic floor, and reach your arms up over your head. Big breath in, breathe out, come up onto your toes, just finding the balance, and then reach your arms out to the side as you slowly drop your heels down to the mat. Drop your chin to your chest, round your spine, and slowly roll yourself all the way down over your legs. Just hanging there for a moment. Nod the head yes, and then shake the head no. And bend your knees, get your hands down to the mat, and walk your hands forward, breathing out as you come forward. Good. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Now I want you to pull your left knee into your chest, then turn it out to the side, and then stretch that leg back. Same again, left knee into the chest, scoop the belly button in, turn it out to the side, open up the hip, and stretch that toe to the back wall. 2 more times. Knee to chest. Turn it out, stretch it back. Last one, knee to chest. Turn the knee out, reach it back, and then take the foot down. Take a breath in, make sure the hips haven't started to lift up. Your shoulders are still over the hands, and change. Right leg up. Knee to chest, knee to the side, reach it back. 3 more, breathing out as you tuck the knee in. Breathe in, out to the side, breathe out, reach it back. 2 more, breathing in, out, and side, reach it back. Last one, knee to chest, scoop the belly button in, turn the knee out, and reach the foot to the back wall. Take the foot down to the mat and lift your hips all the way up. Press into your heels, just holding your stretch here for a big breath in. And then breathe out, walk your hands back towards your feet. Soften the knees, chin to chest, around your spine, and roll all the way up. Shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And exhale, come up onto your toes. Just find your balance once again. Reach your arms out to the side. Slowly drop the heels down to the mat. Drop your chin, round your spine, rolling all the way down. We're going to bend the knees, hands to the mat. Again, walk forward into your plank. Holding here, we're going to do a little push-up. And then turn it into a side plank. So lift one arm up. Reach that hand up to the ceiling. Lift your hips high. Breathe in, come back to your plank. Again, add a push-up. Then lift the other arm up, shoulders down away from the ears, a little bit of a squeeze on the glutes to get the hips forward to your plank. Add your push-up. Change sides, hips forward, shoulders down. Breathe in to lower, breathe out, push up. Right arm up. Inhale down. Again, push up. And side plank. Last time, into your plank. The push-up, and then up into your side plank. Come back down to the plank, lift the hips all the way up, press your heels down, and then walk your hands back towards your feet. Check that your feet are still parallel, still hip width apart, bend the knees, round your spine, and roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of shoulders. This time we're going to lace the fingers behind the back. Lift your arms, lift your chest, look up to the ceiling. Then breathe out, drop your chest forward, let the arms drop away from your body, and then nod your head. Good, now release the fingertips, let the arms drop down to your mat. Bend your knees, walk forward, last plank variation. Moving all the way forward. Check the shoulders are down away from the ears. Lift your right leg high to the ceiling, really arch the back. Then breathe out, drop the knee under the body to the opposite elbow. Again, lift, try to get your heel down on that left leg, on your supporting leg. 2 more. Lift the leg, drop the heel on your straight leg, and down. Last one, lift and lower. Then come back to your plank. Shoulders down, chin up, left leg goes high, press into your right heel, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift and lengthen, arch the back. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one, stretching up and dropping down. To your plank, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, then drop to the knees, sit back onto your heels and flip straight over onto your back and pick up your brick or your book, whatever you might have to hand. You can also substitute a kind of soft ball if you don't have your brick. Lift the knees up. We're going to slap the brick high between your inner thighs. So try to wrap your knees around the top of the brick. So it's right there between the soft tissue, between the muscles of the inner thighs. As you squeeze your brick, I want you to think about your lower back. Try to keep it in neutral spine. You got a little bit of space under your lower back, but keep the ribs down. Draw the belly button in. Really squeeze the sit bones together. Lift the pelvic floor. And then breathe out. Lift your head and shoulders up. Breathe out. Stretch your legs long. Turn your toes up so your heels are touching and really squeeze onto that brick and pump the arms. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So the bigger the movement of the arms, the more the abdominals have to work. Now, if you want to advance it even further, we lower the legs down as you inhale, lift them up as you exhale. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and up. Keep squeezing that brick. Don't let the inner thigh connection go. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathing in. And out. Last 1. Breathe out. Good. Drop the shoulders back. Pull your knees in. Keep the brick in place for the moment. And we're going to take your hands behind the head. Elbows out wide. Breathe out. Lift your shoulders up. Stretch your legs long. Again, turn your toes out. Squeeze the brick. Lift the pelvic floor. Scoop the belly button in. And then lower the legs down. And up. Breathe in, drop the shoulders, bend the knees. I'm going to do that 3 more times. Lift the shoulders, stretch the legs, turn your toes out, really squeeze that brick, draw the belly button down, lower your legs, exhale, lift them back up, inhale, shoulders back, bend the knees. Now if you need to modify, just come halfway down. You don't need to come all the way to the floor. But if you want to really challenge yourself, we do lower the legs as low as you can, back up and then down. Take a deep breath in. Last 1, shoulders high, legs long, squeeze the brick, turn the toes out, scoop the belly button, and lift the pelvic floor as you lower the legs down. Exhale, lift them back up. Drop your head down, grab your brick, and use it to hug your knees into your chest. Good. Now pop the brick away, reach your arms behind you, extend your legs out in front of you. Breathe out, lift your hands, lift your head, heel your spine up, and reach forward. So coming into a roll up. Breathe in, realign your spine, shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe out, round the spine, point the toes, squeeze the legs together as you slowly come back down to the mat, bone by bone. Breathe in, reach the arms behind you again. Breathe out, hands, head, spine, curl up, reach forward. Inhale, straighten up the back. Exhale, roll it down. Next one, adding a little more challenge, breathing out. We're going to sweep the hands around instead and come into a V-sit. V-sit chest, lift the feet, put the shoulders back, then breathe out, roll everything back down to the mat, take a deep breath in. Same again, hands to your sides, knees into the chest, feet lift, shoulders back, chin up. Exhale, roll it all the way back down. Now dialing it up again, we're going to come up into a teaser pose. So legs long, arms straight, and looking up to the ceiling. Exhale, let everything come back down to the mat. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lift up again, and then this time we're going to dial it up 1 more time. We're going to leave the legs there and roll your upper body down. Inhale to hold. Exhale, hands are on the side. Lift up, shoulders back. Find that balance point just behind the sit bones. Breathe out as you lower the upper body down again. Keep the legs lifted. Sweep the arms around to the side. Lift your chest back up. Inhale to hold. Feel free to hold onto those knees if you need to. Exhale, roll it all the way back down again. Trying to leave the legs behind. And then lift back up to hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then slowly lower your feet to the mat. Reach your arms forward. Wrap around the backs of your feet or your ankles and really draw your chest down towards your knees. Breathe in, straighten up your back. We're going to breathe out, just come halfway back. We're going to twist, looking over the shoulder. Inhale back to the center. Make sure your feet don't move. Make sure the hips don't move as you reach the other way. Inhale, center, so separating the upper body with big movements from your lower body, which is perfectly still. And back. No sliding between the feet. Stay there for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Take the hands back to the front. Go down an inch, hold, down an inch, hold. 1 more inch, and then say lift your legs up and down for 4, and 3, 2, And one, drop the feet, roll your upper body down and hug your knees into your chest. And a little bit of movement side to side. Good. All right, lift the knees up. So knees are in tabletop. So knees above hips, shins parallel to the floor. Open the arms wide, sink your shoulders down. We're going to drop the knees down to the left as you breathe in. Breathe out. Lift them back to the center line. Drop the knees to the right as you inhale. Breathing out. Lift the knees back to that center line. One more time each side. Don't let the feet drop down towards the floor. Keep the feet in line with the knees. To be able to see your toes as they go past that center line. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now we're going to lift the toes up to the ceiling. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. Take your hands behind your head, elbows are wide. We're going to turn towards that left leg. Get the right shoulder high, stretch your left leg straight, and then change. Hold. Left shoulder high, right leg straight. Inhale, change. Hold. Stay there. 8, 7. We're just taking the opposite shoulder towards the knees. If you've got your left leg up, your right shoulder should be up. Opposite as well. Left shoulder, right knee, leg. Stay there for 8, 7. Slow, controlled movements. Really try to open the legs out. Drop that lower leg close to the mat without touching. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shoulders back, knees in. Take a breath. Good. Okay. Let's take the knees back to tabletop once again. Head and shoulders up off the mat. Belly button pulled in. Stretch your arms and legs long. Double leg stretch. Breathe in as you hug your knees to your chest. Exhale, stretch. And tuck. Stay there for 6. And 5. Try to keep the weight of the head forward. Chin to chest. Imagine you're propped on the very tips of your shoulder blades. 3, 2. Last 1. Now we hold the knees in. Let the head come down to the mat, hands by your side. I'm going to roll the knees into your chest. Lift your hips high up off the mat, and then try to slowly control as they roll back down. Extend your legs out. Breathe in, draw the knees to the chest. Breathe out. Lift the hips high up off the mat. Come onto your shoulders. If you can, roll the spine all the way down. Extend the legs out. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, knees all the way up, hips high. And slowly, bone by bone, coming down. Extend the legs out. And we're going to add a little more movement. So we're going to lift the knees and try to touch your toes behind your head and straighten out your legs. Now lift those toes up to the ceiling. Squeeze the inner thighs, scoop the belly button in, and then slowly roll the legs back down. Try to keep the head on the mat. Third leg's about halfway down. Then lift back up. So again, try to touch the toes behind your head or as close as you can. Float them up to the ceiling. Squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the glutes, and then slowly roll the spine down. Keep the head down on the mat as you lower the legs about halfway down. One more time, breathing out, lift up and over, touch the toes behind, lift them up to the ceiling, squeezing the inner thighs, squeezing the glutes, pressing the hands on the mat. And then this time as you roll down, we're going to lift the head and fold forward over your legs. Breathe in, come back into a straight back. Breathe out, we're going to roll down, let the legs come up and over, touch the toes behind, and lift them straight up to the ceiling, hollowing and scooping core muscles in, and then slowly down once again, head and shoulders coming up again, and stretch forward. Good. Come to sitting, grab your loop, get your loop around your feet, up just over your knees. I want you to come onto your back. Have your heels touching, your toes turn up. So your feet are like duck feet with your toes wide, heels touching, and you're pressing your knees wide out into the band. Also make sure your feet are close into your hips. So we're not reaching, they're not towards the end of your mat. We're going to imprint your lower back down into the mat. Draw the belly button in, pelvic floor squeezing and lifting, and then peel the spine all the way up into a nice high bridge. Walk your hands a little closer towards your feet, narrow the waist, and then drop the hips down. Squeeze up. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to lift. Keep those knees wide, pressing the band out. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it nice and high. Little squeezes. 1, 2, 3. Up an inch, down an inch. Little pulses. 6, 7, 8. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And hold knees out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pulse those knees out to the side. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Get the hips higher now. Lift your right hip, squeeze the right leg. Get your left hip up, squeeze the left glute. Right hip high, and then left is pivoting your pelvis. Right hip high, left hip high. Stay there for 4, switch, 3, switch, really squeeze and isolate either side of the glutes. Last one, right glute, left glute, then square the hips. Breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you. And then breathe out, melt your spine back down to the mat. Hands to your sides. Now, second set, we're on our toes, heels high. And your toes are at the very edges of your mat, so wider than your hips. Still have the feet close to the body. You should be able to touch your heels. Imprint your lower back down into the mat. Scoop and hollow the abdominals, big pelvic floor, really lifting the perineum up and away. Big breath in to prepare. And then breathe out, heel your spine all the way up into a nice high bridge. Press your knees wide out into your loop. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling and then drop hips down. Squeeze up. Breathe in and out. Stay here for 8, 7, 6. Really get as high as you can and low as you can. So full range of motion. Tap the mat. Lift all the way up. Last 3, 2, lift. 1 more. Up and hold. And now we do 2 sets of 8. Little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Narrow that waist. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And freeze. Knees out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips a little higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we pivot. Right hip up. Left hip up. Squeeze the right glute. Then the left. Stay there for 8 and switch. 7, switch. 6, 5, squeeze. Last 4, 3, right to left. 2 and switch. 1, switch and hold. Now level the pelvis. Breathe in, reach the arms behind you. Stretch your knees wide as you breathe out, rolling your spine all the way down to the mat. And hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Stretch everything out or just release any tension through your lower back. Good. Take the hands behind the knees, draw your chin to your chest. We're going to roll up to sitting and then flip over to all fours, still with a loop around your knees. Have your hands directly beneath your shoulders and knees beneath the hips. Tuck your toes under, and then we're going to hover the knees just above the mat. Scoop and hollow the abdominals. Press the knees out into your band. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just lift the knees. Scoop and hollow the core muscles. Lift the pelvic floor. Just one set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees. Slide the loop under your left knee. Extend your right leg back. Drop down to your elbows and lift the right leg up and down. Breathe out. Shoulders away from the ears. Stay to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot comes down to the mat. Now we tap out and in. Big movement. Up and over, up and back. Nothing else should move. Don't lean to the left as the foot goes out to the right. Keep your arms firm. Really press the mat away. Keep the belly button scooped in tight. Last 3, 2. Hold the last one. Turn your toes out. So rotating from the hip. Lengthen that leg as you lift it along diagonal and lower. So go up to the top corner of the room, down to the right corner of the mat. So there's 6. Lead with that pinky toe. 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze the glutes. Stretch the leg long. Lengthen the muscles as you strengthen. Reaching through the toe. Hold the last one up again. Reach the leg long. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right knee and sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms. Rest your head. Drag your hands back. Take the band out from under your left knee. Slide it under your right. Drop down to your elbows. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Extend your left leg back. Scoop the belly button up and away. Start lifting, squeezing that muscle at the top of the movement. Lift and lower. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, reach to the toe. 5, again, lengthening the muscle as we strengthen. 4, look off the end of the mat. 2, and 1. Toe comes back down to the mat. Now we tap out and in. Make sure you're not leaning into that right hip. Stay there for 8, 7, big movement, up and over, up and back. 5, 4, last 3, 2, and hold the last 1. Now we turn the toe out. The toe should be pointing to the corner of your mat. Press the mat away, slide the shoulders down, lift your left leg up, squeeze at the top. Inhale, slowly lower back down. Exhale, lift up, squeeze and hold. Inhale, down again. Stretch the left toe, lift and lower. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower the knee down, toes together. Slide the band out from under your right knee and sit back onto your heels. Rest your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let it go. Just drag the hands back. Shake out any tension from the shoulders. We're going to flip over onto your back. Take the loop off and grab your brick again. The brick between your knees with that shorter dimension pointing up to the ceiling. We're going to come all the way back onto our shoulders. Walk your feet in close to your hips, and let's actually add the band. Let's get the upper body working at the same time as our legs. So your thumb is out of the band, but your fingers are through the band, back to the hands, stretching out into the sides of that loop. Breathe out, press your lower back down. Take a breath in to hold your imprint. And then with your next exhale, we lift the spine all the way up into a nice high shoulder bridge. Good. Narrow the waist and look down your body. The brick should be perpendicular to the floor. And feel free to adjust it if you want it pointing up a little bit more. It's a little bit easier to read. Now we're going to float your right leg out. So extend the right leg. Just check that that brick is still perpendicular, not tilting. And then flex and point your foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finish with the foot flex. Lower the right foot down. Lift the hips a little higher. Turn your shoulders. Stretch that loop a little bit more. Send your left leg up. So extend that left leg. Again, flex and point. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Make sure that the brick doesn't tilt to one side. Last one. Finish with the foot flexed. Lower the foot down. Now I want you to stretch your loop. 8, 7, 6. Push the backs of the hands into that loop. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reach the arms all the way behind you, and then breathe out and melt your spine all the way down. Good. Second set, come on up onto your tiptoes. So heels high, walk your toes in close, lift the arms back up. But this time we're going to turn the palms, so the palms face the wall in front of you. Your pinkies are out into the edges of that band. Breathe out, press your lower back down into the mat. Hold your imprint for a big breath in, expanding into the sides of the rib cage. And then as you breathe out with your next exhale, you articulate the spine one vertebra at a time, all the way up into another high shoulder bridge, narrowing your waist, and then drop the hips down, squeeze to lift, breathe in. Try to stretch your band as the hips go up. So press your pinkies out into that loop. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, squeeze the brick between the knees, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the hips high. Now lift your right leg up and look down the body. Make sure that brick stays parallel to the or perpendicular to the floor. Flex and point for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just slide that right toe down. Maybe lift the hips a touch higher. Send your left leg out. Keep the brick perpendicular. Flex and point for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide that left toe down. We're going to lift the hips a little higher. Squeeze the brick a little tighter. One more time. Each leg, right leg up. Flex, point, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't let the brick tilt. Finish with the toe pointed. Slide it back in place. Lift the hips. Narrow the waist. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5. Knees level. Hips level. 2, 1. Take the toes down. And we stretch the loop. This time, dropping the loop down towards your chest. Inhale, lift it all the way back up to the ceiling. Keep your hips high. Keep squeezing the brick as you do this. Stretch Extend, bend the elbows, stretch the loop, reach the arms back up like it's a heavy barbell. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, keep squeezing the break, 4, keep lifting the hips, keep narrowing the waist, last 2, 1, lift the arms up and then reach the hands all the way to the floor behind you. Keep hold that break, lift the hips a little higher and then melt your spine slowly down towards the mat. Good, hug your knees in. Let's take the brick away, pop the loop away as well. Just hug your knees into your chest. Take a strong cleansing breath. Then take your hands behind the knees, draw your chin in and we're gonna roll up and balance just behind the sit bones. Lift the feet, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna reach the arms out to your sides, then breathe out. Take everything back together. Breathe in, turn the palms up, get the lower back down on the mat. Breathe out, draw the knees back into the chest. 6 more, inhale down, exhale up, and 5 down, and up. Last 4, 3, strong breath in and out. Last 2, and lift. 1 more. Lift and hold. Wrap around the backs of the knees. Click the shoulders back. Stretch the legs long and straight. Bend, extend, and bend. Last one, we extend and lift the arms up and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just drop the feet. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Step your feet slightly apart so they're aligned with the hips. You should be able to fit a fist between your knees, but not much more than that. Take your hands behind you, hands under the shoulders. We're going to bend your elbows and I want you to pull them in towards each other. Nice wide collarbone. Try to puff the chest out slightly and then lift the arms. Bend and extend. Stay there for 8, 7. Just really squeeze the triceps. Try to roll the elbows in towards each other. Last 4, 3, 2. Now I'm going to try to dial this up. Hold the next one. Lift the hips high, narrow the waist, and lift your right leg up. Bend and extend for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the leg down and up, elbows down and up. 3 more. Leg down and lift, elbows down and up. Last 2. Lift, down, up. 1 more. Foot down, elbows down. And then drop the right foot. Lift the hips a little higher. Send your left leg long. Stretch that long and straight. Bend 4 times. Bend and extend. 4, 3, 2. Now we combine. Leg goes down and up. Elbows down and up. Try to keep wrapping those elbows in towards each other. Last 3. Bend, extend. 2. Lift. Elbows. 1 more. Keep pressing through that right foot. And then take the left foot down to the mat. I just want you to walk your feet a little further along and then lift your hips high into a nice reverse plank. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, just try to slide your hips down to the mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Bend your elbows. Pull the elbow and lift your chin up. And then change. Left elbow pulls in, chin up. Nice, strong posture. Good, then flip over onto your front, pick up your loop once again. And we're gonna have the loop around your hands, thumbs pointing up to the ceiling. And we're gonna lift the chest and stretch your loop. Inhale, lower the chest, feet stay on the mat. Lengthen through the fingertips, lift the chest, stretch the loop wide. Inhale, lower. 2 more like that, lengthening as you lift, stretch. Inhale down, last one. We're going to hold it up, lengthen as you lift, and pulse out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try to keep the chest high, keep the arms long. 2 and 1. Lower the chest down. Let's pop that loop away to your side. And then bend your right knee. Relax your upper body. We're going to lift your right knee up off the mat. We're squeezing the right glute. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. With the last one, we're going to roll it over and just tap that toe behind you. Just get a nice stretch, nice twist. Come all the way back. Take the knee down to the mat. We're going to try that one more time. Same side. Lift the knee up. Rotate the hips. Tap the toe behind. Get a nice stretch through your right side. And then take it back down. Extend the right leg. Left toe points up to the ceiling. Shoulders relax. Lift up and down. Stay there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and then again, rotate, touch the toe across the body, breathe in, take it back to the center. One more time, lift the knee, wrap it around, tap that toe to the floor on the side of the mat. Inhale, back down, and drop the foot. Hands back along your sides. We're gonna breathe out, lift the chest, lift the legs, rotate the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades together, pinkies up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower everything down. Exhale, lift, squeeze the glutes. Inhale down. 2 more, breathing out, engage the upper back. Inhale down. Last one, breathing out. We hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands under the shoulders. Sit back onto your heels, toes together, knees apart. Stretch out your arms. Good. And then just tuck your left foot under your body. Slide your right leg back, look up to the ceiling. Just a big stretch here. And then uncross the left foot. Let's just quickly tuck the right foot under the body, knee onto the side. Slide the leg back, look up to the ceiling. And then uncross your right foot. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees up. Press into your heels, really puff your chest forward. Come into that downward dog stretch. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head hang, wrap around the backs of your ankles, just nodding your head. Shake the head side to side. Soften your knees, let your hands hang down, scoop the abdominals in, and slowly roll yourself back up to standing. The shoulders on top of the ribs, head on top of the shoulders, arms reaching out to the sides, floating up over your head. Draw your heels together as you come up into a balance. To relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Hold, and then open your heels a little bit out as you reach your hands back down to your sides. And we're just going to swing everything out. Good. Well done. Hope you enjoyed that quick 30-minute blast. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the social media, Facebook and Instagram, and keep up to date with the schedule. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.